Hi, this is Annie from the ADHD Minimalist, and today I wanted to show you what I've been doing. This is kind of a crazy mess, honestly. See that? There is all of this paper on the floor, and we actually needed to unpack these boxes that were over here in the corner. Remember, there's still kind of one sitting there, but remember when I showed you that there were boxes? Oh, okay, see here. There's one that's left there. They were sitting there, and it was stuff that we got when we got married. Mainly, some of this stuff is stuff that I bought or we bought together, but a lot of it was wedding gifts, which makes it kind of difficult to figure out what to do with it when it's a wedding gift. And to be honest, there's a few wedding gifts that I've already gotten rid of because I just knew I was never going to use it when I got it, and I kept it for a while, and finally I was like, okay, I can't just keep stuff forever and ever if I know I'm never going to use it. And so that can happen, but I mean, this is stuff that I liked and I did use for a while, but you know what, sometimes things change, and so we don't always get I don't know, we maybe use it for a while and it doesn't fit our lifestyle later is the thing, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm just gonna go around and show you a little bit here, but these things here are a little bit, I don't know, they're just forms that you have in the oven, and I'm kind of like on the fence about these, so I'm gonna check and see what I have, because sometimes I don't always have the best stuff in my kitchen, and maybe it's time to change. And these things here, these are kind of cute. They say salt. Sometimes they say flour. And I'm trying to figure out if I have another use for these, like if I could hang them in the hallway or something and maybe put keys in them instead of having them in the kitchen. So the jury is a little bit out on that too. But if you look over here, you've got all of this stuff. Now, all of this is stuff that I'm not going to keep. That's kind of like in this area here. And some of this stuff I got for my wedding, and I did really like these plates, but we mainly use them for company, so they haven't even been used that much. And the thing is that my son and I, we sent in our hair to get checked to see kind of like if we had any like vitamin or mineral deficits, and they also checked toxins and stuff, and one thing that came back was that we had too much blue coloring in our system. And I don't think it's this stuff, because we haven't honestly used this enough that I think it would have been a problem, because it was I mainly got this out if we had guests. But we were eating off of really old plates that were like borderline antiques. And some of the you know, that they have like this glossy coating over the coloring. Some of that had been scraped off over the years. And we'd been eating on those since my son was little. And so I think that was the culprit, actually, that we were like somehow scraping off the blue coloring with our forks when we were eating, which isn't the best. So anyway, but in light of that, I think I'm gonna get rid of most of this blue stuff, because I just feel like we needed to change colors so we don't get any more blue in our system, even though I don't think any of this is like lost it's glazing so that the color is coming out, but still. Then we have like a whole entire box of this, and these are just, I don't know, I wouldn't really say that these were wine glasses. They're enormous, but it may be more like for drinking some kind of Kool-Aid or something for the kids. But these came with the dishes, and honestly, we haven't used these for a long time because I just felt like they were too big, and so I probably have 12 of these. I'm gonna sell those as well. And then if we come over here, we have this. And these are like canisters. Like this is the one that is a little bit broke, but otherwise they're all in good shape. They just kind of need to be cleaned up a little bit. So I think these are going to go bye-bye too, because I haven't used those in a long time. I just felt like I forgot what was in them. Then moving over here, I have a lot of plates. I mean, this is a pretty big stack, honestly. And the thing is, like, this is sort of like a family thing. We got this from David's mom, and I believe it's been in his family. And this is something that I got from a family member in the United States. It's one of the few things that I have that was made in the USA, and I brought it with me to Sweden. And then there is some stuff in here that there's multiples of, and maybe I don't need them. finding like these. These are mainly like things that you would hang on the wall at this point because they're really pretty, but they're so old. These are antiques. And so if you eat off of them, usually they get stained because the glaze isn't exactly 100% anymore. So I don't know if I'm going to keep all these. I have had this idea that I really wanted to have a wall that had a whole bunch of blue plates on it. And so that's why I've sort of saved these. But I don't know. I think I might have to be a little bit ruthless and not keep all of them and just keep my ultimate favorites. We are going to redo the kitchen. Maybe I would be able to have space for these somewhere, but I don't really know yet. So the jury is out on that. Other than that, what do we have here? Oh, these are stuff my grandma gave us. She's now 100 and, not 100, sorry, she's 97. And she let us all pick out teapots. She collected teapots for years. This is actually to warm milk, but it looks like a teapot. And then this one is something that was from her. And I probably need to put tape under these. This goes with that. This is a mug. And I wasn't really sure if it had a saucer, but I haven't found one. So that is what this is from. But I'm going to keep this. I just need to write on the bottom with some tape so that I know what it is, because I know I'll forget. And then, you know, once you forget that it was a family heirloom, then you might as well just check it because it's not really special anymore. And I'm thinking maybe about taking these to work. They're coffee cups. I haven't really used them much, but at work, I do like to drink out of like a smaller coffee cup, mainly because we can drink coffee all day long. And if you take a big cup, I end up drinking too much coffee. So, these might be something I would enjoy at work, actually. And other than that, these are teacups, but these are also so old. But, I mean, this one looks like the glaze is okay, so you could probably use it, but I'm kind of worried I'm going to ruin it. So I kind of have to decide if I have somewhere to display some of this stuff or if I just need to maybe sell it. And here's another thing. Like, I mean, honestly, the insides look okay, but I don't know if it's worth using these because they're so old that I might ruin it. And then I think I'm going to have to go around and look if all the cups have saucers and stuff, because I'm not seeing a cup to go with that. This one I don't think has a saucer. Here's a cup that should have a saucer that I can't find the saucer either. So I might have to just kind of go through and see what is actually complete and what is not. And this is part of a set of bowls, and there should be at least two more. So I don't know where the other bowls went. I think I still have them, but there's a lot of kind of like question marks in this pile. And I mean, this is an antique, but it's usable. It's for measuring liquid. So I don't know if I want to use that or if I just want to get rid of it. And then these are things that my husband's family, his parents used to live in Africa before my husband was born. So this is an egg cup. There's 3 of these that were made in Africa. So we need to keep those. And then this is a tractor that my mom's dad had. And so it's an antique. It was actually a toy, but I haven't let the kids play with it. So my grandma gave this to me, and so I'm keeping that as well. It's just sometimes hard to know what to do with this stuff because I don't know if these would wash up really well if we started using them, but maybe I should just get them out and let us have a go at it and see what happens when we make them wet and stuff. I honestly don't know. I might have to ask my husband what he thinks. This is something too, I think he bought this on a vacation or something, so I need to ask him about that. But then we have, like, this is a complete kit, I guess, but this cup is sort of like gotten yellowed from tea on the inside, and I haven't found a plate for that. So again, I'm just gonna have to do some get out my puzzle skills, I guess, and see if I can match everything together. So these I'm definitely keeping because I have more of these, and they're built into the kitchen, and so if one of those other ones were to break, then I could replace it with one of those, which could be a good thing. And then other than that, I found these books that were from my husband. His grandpa and his grandma had these, and they were like made from 1940 something, I read. But they're kind of interesting to compare. Like, they have some pictures of how you should decorate your house, and like I don't know, tips for like if your kids are sick and stuff. It's sort of like a set of books for the 1940s, 50s woman to have at home in case they need a reference. And they're kind of funny, honestly. Sometimes like you like the stuff in there, like the pictures and stuff, and sometimes it looks really crazy, and sometimes they have really weird advice, and sometimes they have stuff like how to get the stains out of something. That still works today, but they're a little bit fun. So I think I'm going to try to find a place for those on the bookshelf. This, unfortunately, was a plate that it was a family heirloom that broke. We had it on the wall, and what happened is a bat came in the house and it hid behind the fridge, and it was just hanging there, and we were trying to get it out of the house, and in that process it flew up on the wall and broke the plate. That's such a weird thing, but apparently we have bats in our forest, and sometimes they come in the house, like it maybe through the chimney, or if the kids leave the door open or something, but they like it in here for some reason. And so that's actually this was the first time we had a bat in the house, and we got another bat in the house a couple years later. So apparently that's a thing that happens. But I'm thinking that I want to make jewelry out of this maybe and give it to my husband's family for Christmas at some point. So I need to look into if we have the proper tools to like sand the edges and make it smooth. I don't know. We'll have to check that out. This was a wedding gift. It actually had a pitcher, I guess, to go in it. So this was the bowl, kind of like an old time thing. You poured the water and you washed, but I've sort of been using this as a fruit bowl. I like this. And then there's this. Is also something that was in there. I don't know if you can see this. It has a few stains, but it's really pretty and it's pretty rare. So I'm still not sure if what I'm gonna do with this. I could possibly hang it on the wall, but it's super heavy, and I don't really know how I would do that because you can't use a plate holder. So anyway, I'm not quite sure what to do with that either. So my husband basically said that he didn't care about any of this stuff, and so I could do whatever I wanted with it. So I think I'm going to start today with putting some of the stuff that I know I'm not going to keep on eBay, and then boxing it up and getting it out of here so there's a little bit less stuff in here. But then I'm just going to kind of have to see. I might go look through my stuff in my kitchen and see if there's some stuff that I want to get rid of in there, and then maybe just start using some of the stuff so that it's not just sitting around. Because I mean, I'm a firm believer in, like, if you have stuff that's made to be used, the best thing is to use it instead of it just laying around. So we'll see how that goes. And oh, I forgot a few things up here. Okay, so here's a few more things. Like when I bought these, I didn't really know what it was, but apparently there's some kind of thing for beer, I think, if I understand right. But they're kind of cute, and I sort of used them as vases, and I'm still not sure if I'm keeping these or what I'm doing. And then this is the vase that I bought. It's from a Swedish company that doesn't actually make stuff anymore. Like they don't exist really anymore. But I kind of like this. It's sort of like a fun retro vibe. But if I can't find anywhere to have it, I don't know if it really matches the rest of the stuff that I have in the house right now. So if I can't find anywhere to display it, or if I'm not going to use it, then I'm probably just going to put it on eBay, to be perfectly honest. So that is about it. This is seriously an insane amount of stuff, and I don't even have everything unpacked. So anyway, thanks for spending part of your day with me, and whoa, sorry. And you can go over to my blog, theadhdminimalist.com, and check out some articles there about simple living and family life with ADHD and that sort of thing. And I have a book coming out soon. I'm super excited, and unfortunately my proof copy got stuck in Germany. I have been having some strikes, and so I had to order a new copy yesterday. So I hope it gets here soon so I can show it to you. I'm super excited about that. So have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.